Limelight Capital here, back for another video. So I did take 2 days off. I just was very busy here, guys, but still following the GameStop situation very closely. And I'm going to be doing more Reddit D&D this entire week. Going to be trying to archive as much as I can, back on the grind. Things seem to be heating up for GameStop. Let's take a quick look at the charts here, actually. So let's look at the 5-minute here. So today was very interesting. We did have a quite volatile day, but we closed around 156, and max pain for this week was 150, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, again, guys, we're waiting for some type of a catalyst. Tomorrow's going to be very interesting with Keith Gill, DFV, likely exercising his call options. So, I think we're not, if not in the end game with GameStop right now, we're approaching it. So yeah, guys, the MACD is looking good. The RSI is, it's a little low. It's favoring us. If it sells off more tomorrow, it's definitely going to go. The RSI is going to dip below here, which will probably trigger another breakout. So, at the end of the day, guys, we're just going to go with the flow. Not too worried about it, but let's just get started with the Reddit post here. So, the title of this is Ape's Guide to the Galaxy. Was his final DD. So, and I believe this is someone called Was, who posts through Beowulf's account. It's just someone who posts for him. It's not his actual DD, but I will link it below, guys. So let's get started. Ape's Guide to the Galaxy was his final DD, and he says it's a short fan fiction posted on behalf of Was. This will be my final DD. I want to thank my private group and especially Beowulf77 for posting my DDs and allowing me to remain anonymous throughout this process. I feel as though these are my final questions I have not seen answered correctly and feel a personal duty to inform the community about them. Nothing I have posted has been fully embraced, even though I have been proven right every single time. It takes a lot of courage to stand with opposing views and opinions, and I thank everyone willing to stand with me. Everyone can't win. The key to a great sports bookie is making sure you have equal bets on both sides of the line and you are profiting on the difference in odds, not on one side winning. Otherwise, the bookie will be liable, i.e. both sides of the line are minus 110 and the sports book takes 10% of the commission. If there are equal bets on both sides of the line, the book can never lose. They will inevitably get a 20-point edge from the line and a 10-point edge from the commission. Most people don't realize that the majority of the time you are not betting against the casino, but against other bettors. This is why the borrow rate has been so low. The lender of the shares chooses the borrow rate, and the bookie needs more people on the other side of the line. Lower borrow rate equals more short shares borrowed. BlackRock is the biggest short lender, and they need more people on the other side of the line to fulfill all the winners' bets because Citadel and Co. don't have enough money to fulfill the winning bets. They need more losers and people on the other side of the line. Once you have something caught in a death trap, why not let the other prey fall into the same trap for less and increase your profit line? BlackRock controls the exact number of shares they are choosing to lend to shorts, knowing they can handle that volume of short selling at any given time. Lighting the fuse. There sure was a lot of liability protection talk in that 10K filing from GameStop. To the extent aggregate short exposure exceeds the number of shares of our Class A common stock available for purchase on the open market, investors with short exposure may have to pay a premium to repurchase shares of our Class A common stock for delivery lenders of our Class A common stock. Many of us took this as a sign of the impending squeeze, pardon me, which it is. But wrinkle-brained apes realize that the true purpose of this verbiage is GameStop trying to cover the company/executive team from legal liabilities related to it. DFV is actively sued for losses. Can you imagine the impending legal liabilities if GameStop issues a share recall or any action that can be perceived as a catalyst to the mother of all short squeezes that brings down the entire market? I know lawyers' offices from Chicago to New York are salivating already. This is one of the reasons why Ryan Cohen and BlackRock have not triggered the squeeze yet. They are staring at each other and the red button, hoping the other will assume the liability. Just because they are on the same side doesn't mean their interests line up in every scenario. Neither entity wants to be left holding the lighter to the fuse that will blow up Wall Street and the world economy. I think it's simply a cherry on top if the DTCC regulations come into place to give protection to market integrity pre-squeeze. The real reason they haven't triggered it yet is they are hoping they don't have to be the ones to do it. You go, no you go, no you go. Not all calls are friendlies. If you haven't read my first DD, I suggest you take a look, blah, blah, blah. I believe the call option chain this week is Ken and company's final hurrah, and they are praying for the gamma to create a false ceiling. I predict we will end this week under 200 to avoid the 25k in calls that they could use to reshort. Ironically, it is my belief that the current price manipulation downwards and rerouting of orders this week is mostly from our longs trying to prevent the shorts calls from activating. Any mechanism our enemy abuses, you can be sure our side knows and uses as well. The true crimes of Citadel need to be investigated, and I hope that anyone reading the Better Markets filing realizes how closely it mirrors my last DD. This is the true crime perpetrated by Citadel, and I hope Ken and his team rots in jail for the billions of dollars he has stolen from the public, abusing order flow, options, and volatility in our markets. Nothing is random. If you feel our longs have control of the situation, they are most certainly the ones holding us at max pain to bleed out the shorts options. The North Star, the ultimate indicator. Now on to the controversial section of my post. Keith Gill. There's no better marketing story than an underdog making it huge. It is certainly believable that a day trader could sniff at this miraculous play and make a 50,000 YOLO into a $40 million windfall. On camera, documented nonetheless. Definitely possible, and what a great feel-good story. But then to sell the top perfectly at 350, wow, another lottery win. Okay, still possible. Highly unlikely, but possible. But then to buy the bottom at $38 to $40, that starts the next run at 300. Okay, this is no longer a probable situation. This is like winning the lottery 2 or 3 times in a row. And the Babe Ruth pointing it out of the park all 3 times. I guess he meant Babe Ruth hitting it out of the park all 3 times. I'm not sure when DFE became an asset for BlackRock/Ryan Cohen, but to me, nothing of this magnitude or statistical improbability is random. It's very possible DFE started his 50k YOLO without BlackRock and Ryan Cohen, but his confidence in date calling makes me think otherwise. Take from that what you will, but I challenge you to ask any trader if they have ever seen anyone in history make 50k into 40 million and then sell the exact top and buy the exact bottom. It is literally a statistical improbability. Here's why this is important to us apes. Keith has batted a 1.0 on every single trade. It is my prediction that he will post his options exercise Friday after market, and this will be our final indicator that the squeeze is on next week. I like betting on the guy that has a perfect track record, and I suggest you watch him very closely, as it would make the most sense for Ryan Cohen/BlackRock to use him as the spark that ultimately lights the fuse. He will be the one with the largest public backing/protection, the least to lose of any friendly entity, and ultimately he will carry the burden of the sacrificial lamb that the longs can point to as the final catalyst to the mother of all short squeezes. I will post 3 edits to this piece that will go throughout the day, so check back for more updates. So he also lists some counter DD here, so I will just go through these just for the sake of it. Counter DD. As I stated in my previous post, I am biased as I am deep long. I think it's only fair I give you the correct counter DD to mine. Situation 1, the shorts are inflicting max pain on retail and preventing our gamma and have complete control over the price. This would mean our long whales lost and we are screwed short term. If the shorts have complete control over price, we are destined to head back to their determined max pain and fundamental value. Situation 2, BlackRock/Vanguard have made backroom deals with Citadel to take over their portfolio and help them, Melvin, and the other shorts unwind because the fallout is too large for them to control. Think Credit Suisse take over, but on a larger scale. A few signatures from Ken and Gabe, 250k in plastic surgery, and they will soon be living their best life in Monaco. Situation 3, the shorts covered on the 2 run-ups up to 300. Short interest is correct, and now they are feeding themselves with new shorts all positioned over 200. and preventing our gammas with ETF shorting, sells borrowed share sells. There are no long whales. BlackRock and Vanguard are simply playing both sides to protect the market and profit from the lending. If you assume one of these situations is true, our best response is the same. Buy the dip and hold. This will turn into a war of attrition that we can still win. It will just literally be everyone versus us. I pledge to not sell a single share before the next year's shareholder meeting, 2022. I also apologize in advance to anyone reading my DDs that decided to buy GameStop because of my DD and lost money. That responsibility for the losses is mine, and I promise to you that I will end up losing more as a result. P.S. I could be wrong about DFE, and he's a time-traveling god, but either way, I still see him as our North Star and best indicator. Yeah, guys, so this was a slightly controversial post here. I have been following this guy for quite a while now, though, and I do like his insight. I think it is worth having out there. You know, it might not be what everybody wants to hear, but I kind of think sometimes we do need to have that, like, realistic voice in our ear and the voice of reason, you know? Basically like a devil's advocate type thing, you know? Like, this guy is heavily invested in GameStop. He wants to squeeze just as much as we do. You know, me personally, guys, all the signs have been pointing to a squeeze coming soon, and I'm fully confident, you know. I read these DDs aloud for you guys, you know, for people that either can't read or can't see or, you know, for some reason throughout the day are busy and can't, you know, just look at a computer and they want to listen. So, you know, this is just my service back to the community, guys. So I would definitely appreciate some likes, subscribes, any comments. You could tell me your thoughts about this post in the comments below, and I'd be happy to interact. Also, if anybody wants to talk about this farther or collaborate, I'm definitely open to that. I do spend a good amount of time, you know, researching finance, the stock market, crypto, and GameStop as of late. So I would love to have some discussions, guys. And yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.